Hey friends, welcome to the OT Minute. My name's Arno. In today's video, we're going to walk through the 3 stages of motor learning. That includes the cognitive stage, the associative stage, and the autonomous stage. I think these 3 stages are helpful to have a clear understanding of because one, it's going to help you on the MBCOT board exam if you're a student studying. It also helps our understanding to be able to categorize where somebody is in learning a new motor skill. Plus, it can help us communicate with patients a little bit better their progress and why we are doing the things that we're doing. So let's dive in. So as we discussed, the first stage is the cognitive stage. In this stage, really what we're trying to facilitate is the creation of a mental picture or representation for the client about what the motor skill is. For example, if somebody's learning to tie shoes, you want to give them the different steps involved in tying shoes, the different components of tying shoes. So you want to help them kind of create a mental picture of, okay, what do I need to do and what do I need to do it? Now at this stage, it's important to keep in mind that this requires a lot of attention from the patient or the client's perspective, right? They've got to be able to pay attention to the instructions. They have to really work at memorizing the instructions and then to recall it as they're doing it. We want to also keep in mind that our feedback is really important. So in this stage, a lot of feedback is good. They need to know when they're on track, so giving a lot of positive feedback when they're doing things correctly, but also giving them feedback when maybe they're making errors or doing things inefficiently so that they can start to sharpen and refine that mental picture that they have as they're learning this new motor task. Now the second stage is the associative stage. In this stage, their movements as somebody's learning a motor task, they're becoming more efficient, they're having less errors, their movements are more refined, hopefully more fluid, a little bit more natural. However, there's still errors happening and there's still opportunities to be more efficient. Therefore, keep in mind that though they don't necessarily need as much attention as they did in the cognitive stage, they still need to really pay attention to what they're doing. They're not going to be able to be thinking about something else. They really have to focus on the task at hand. And then what we want to do on a therapy standpoint is to continue to give feedback, to correct errors, to maybe problem solve where somebody's having issues or areas of inefficiency so that, again, we can move them along in the learning process to be more and more effective and efficient. All right, and then finally we've got the autonomous stage. Now at this stage, as the name suggests, their movements and their motor control is kind of autonomous, they're coordinated, it's efficient, and so they can use their attention now for other things. So they don't have to think through the steps anymore. They've practiced a ton and they can do this without expending a lot of cognitive effort. And so at this stage, as therapists, our feedback becomes less and less important. Not to say that we can't continue to offer guidance and refinement or tips or ideas for bringing greater challenge to the task itself. But at this point, hopefully the patient has kind of mastered that task and have become efficient and effective in what they set out to do. On a quick side note, just keep in mind that this is not a straightforward linear process. Clients can move up and down this continuum depending on their intrinsic and extrinsic factors, so keep that in mind. But I think it's helpful just to kind of understand where are we going in this motor learning process to hopefully achieve the goals that the client has. Well, thanks for watching the OT Minute. I hope this was a helpful review of motor learning and the stages of motor learning. If you like more OT content like this, don't forget to click the subscribe button. If you have any comments or suggestions, feel free to drop that in the comment section. Otherwise, have a great day and I'll see you in the next video.